Yes, yes, sir. Good afternoon. This another a policy chat. you you know the policies. If you don't, I'll remind you. As a policy, I don't entertain hypotheticals. We're not entertaining hypotheticals on here today. You know what I mean? If it's hypothetical, as soon as you say if, I'm out of there. We don't entertain hypotheticals. We don't do free promo. All right, and we don't talk numbers. So those being the parameters, we can do a whole lot within this session of chopping it up. My guy, master of music industry, shout me out. Blessings. I see you, Garrett. Blessings. So yeah, man, we in here. I'm in the undisclosed location. Yeah, if you love to see me get it in, please go slide on over to either my link in the bio and check out Bipped, my new single, jokes about getting my car broke into, shit stolen. Or go to my TikTok, man. Go to my TikTok. You know, if you like to see me get it in, go over to TikTok, because you know they pencil whipping people over there. They want you to pay for the, you know what I'm saying? They want you to pay for the play, you know, and I'm not really for that, because I don't do free promo, and paying for promo is even worse than free promo. It's even worse than free promo. But yeah, check out the single that's on all streaming platforms. Shouts out Ayana. I'm shouting out anybody. Who drop a comment. But yeah, check out TikTok. TikTok was pencil whipping me, and I could talk about it freely here because they don't care about TikTok over there. My gear, man, you know, no free promo. This is why we don't do free promo. This is why I wear my stuff all the time, because, you know, the other video I appeared with some marathon gear, you know, and I Nipsey did inspirationally did a lot for me, you know, and so that's not free promo. I love, if I resonate with it, I'm going to rock it. But a lot of times, if you know, the shit is out of balance. Like, say, for example, you was buy a name brand sweater. Now, if I was to appear on here with a name brand sweater, not only did I pay for that name brand sweater, I would have to pay them to allow me to use their logo in my video. That's twice promo. That's me promo twice. What's up, Glenn, man? What's going on? What's going on, Mac Jenny? Yeah. But the marathon, you know, I was probably Nipsey before the RIP, before the RIPs, he was getting free promo for me. I was proud to pay for the promo, you know. But yeah. So yeah, not only with the name brands, you gotta buy it. Then you got to pay them to allow them to use it. And then you looking good in it. You're not looking good for them. You looking good for you. But those that see you going to associate you looking good with their brand. So, hey, that's like 4 ways. That's like 4 promos that I done did just by rocking some name brands. So I came through with the game, you know what I'm saying, my game brand. Let me not say so. That just rhymed. I shouldn't say that, because then that's going to be free promo for the rapping brother that favors me in looks. Gary, yeah, thanks for the positive shouts out, the holiday blessings. I remember when we met at that call center, that call center, ooh-wee, that was a hell of a month. They got me on up out of there real quick. And I was glad to go. Shouts out Sonny. Shouts out Ayana. Gonna say my shit look crude. You look crude. Yo, hoodies is looking crude. That's what's up. I appreciate that. So yeah, no free promo. And then yeah, you know what I'm saying, looking good. The hoodie don't look crude. I'm looking crude in whatever. You feel me? But the fact that I got my shit on, it come right back on to me. That's why we can't do the free promo, because they're not going to do no me promo. They're not going to promote me, you know. If I come through rocking name brand and then, you know, tag them on it, they're not going to repost. That's the other thing too, man. I be having these collaborators that I work with, and they say you should always tag the collaborators. And my question is, what do you do when you tag the people that you work with and they don't share or acknowledge the tag that you tagged them in? I can't do one-sided dynamics. A lot of times, especially the collaborators that I be rocking with, I pay what they charge. They set the price. I pay the price. So now I'm supposed to pay you. That's the promo. Boom. I paid you, and then I tagged you and let people know that this is who did the work. And then what ought to happen, what ought to occur is that person shares the work and say, hey, look at the work I just did for this person. But that's the disconnect that I've been experiencing. A lot of times I'll tag who charged me to collaborate. I'll tag them, and then they just let it sit there and don't share, don't do nothing with it. And so then I as a non-free promoter, what I'm saying? It go back to the name brand. We got to, yes, Sonny, match that energy. And so I feel you should always tag the people that you work with, or there should be a tagging system. There should be mutual tagging. If I tag you and we work together and I tag you and you don't share it, I'm tagging you less. It's just is what it is, family. Rosalie Mayo says every show. Yeah, if I put you on the show and I put you on a flyer and I tag you, hey, I'm not tagging you. Hey, if you don't put the tag in, well, not if. When I experience, because I don't live in the hypotheticals either, when I experience a lack of mutual tagging or a lack of mutual acknowledgement, I'm acknowledging you less. I can't, I got to eliminate that because it go back to the free promo thing that I don't perform, I would use examples, but then I would have to be performing free promotions. I would have to do free promo to give you examples. The free promo with the name brand, it was the best example that I could have came up with in that scenario. But it's a few collaborators at any given time, and sometimes I tag them for a test to see if they going if they going to do, what I believe ought to be done. And when they don't, it's no harm. But I do wait for the day where they say, you're supposed to tag, you're supposed to do this, we supposed to both do some stuff that everybody not doing. And I can't get into the one-sided dynamic. That ain't even why I turned this on here today. I just got spun myself into a talking about mofos that, and even then negatively talking about cats, that's promotions. If somebody was on somewhere that didn't really feel, well, not if, when people that experience me in a disfavorable manner hear me talking negatively about something, that's promotions for whatever I'm talking negative to those who view me negatively. So I just can't do nothing. I can't speak on nothing at all. Sandy said she used to work concerts. She used to work and promote concerts, and it's really collective work, Yeah. So it's no hypotheticals. I can't talk about hypothetical shit. I can, but I choose not to. As a policy, it keeps me grounded in reality. No hypotheticals means I live in this reality. That means I don't do a should. I don't deal with shoulds or suppose, because, what should be is not what is. What's supposed to be is not what is. Now, if we building pathways to what could be, we still got to deal with what is. We still got to deal with what's right here, where we at, so I don't deal with hypotheticals, especially given all that we know or have been entertained by with regards to the multiverse. We got so much media. We got so much media on the multiverse and time travel. As soon as you say if, you don't even know if what you saying is true. Once you say if, it's like, if I saw that motherfucker, sure, you might not do shit. And even the circumstances that would make this if a reality, you change one thing, you change the whole thing. But yeah, one feisty female, let me shout you out, Chibu, loving the policies and staying true to them. Well, it's a work in progress. Sometimes you got to identify it, and then it takes practice. And then the external world will remind you, or you'll find reminders where you catch yourself not following your own policies. You know what I mean? Like I didn't gave free promo up, You can look at the last video. I didn't but like I said, the marathon can get all kind of free promo, and it was a two-way. I was inspired by that brother and his brand. So yeah, Huddle Gang Smoke says genuine homie for real, stay solid and everything gonna fall into place. I got dope energy. He continues with dope content. Oblio Glows wants the tea. Oblio Glows dropped the tea emoji. I'm sipping coffee in my 55th cup. But this is my 55th cup of coffee. So I can't drop the tea. And then also for me to drop tea, it'd be too much promo. But I did all the promo in the last live that I did. That's a lot of promo that I did. And wouldn't people do the same promo that I did? Will they even shout out the shout out? Probably not. Probably not. Yo, Huddle Gang laughing at the 55th. I'm not gonna name the brother. I'm not gonna name the brother because that's free promo. And Sonny said it's funny because everything I'm saying is what she lived by. Well, then good. That's confirmation, really, honestly. Because, ever since I distinctly identified and implemented these policies, there's been challenges from the external world and internally. Like I catch myself talking numbers. And 55th, that's that was an exaggerated number, so it's not a real number. On my umpteenth. But yeah, I don't talk numbers. That's another important one. I don't be talking numbers all willy-nilly unless we're doing business. There's exceptions to a lot of these policies, but across the board, they kind of got to be observed, and then we find the exceptions as they advance us. You got to really, yes, like Sonny say, you got to use discernment. And then we learn that we grow our discernment. We build our discernment. When is the right and wrong times to implement these policies? What is a policy violation? What does a policy violation earn us? If I'm doing free promo, what does that earn? What does that earn me besides, me building my promotional ability? You know what I mean? And so Huddle Gang say he from Vallejo. I'm putting on for the Bay, bruh. Know I'm from the town, And then Sonny say gotta be comfortable walking away from bad business. And then sometimes it don't hurt to walk away from quote unquote good business, because a lot of business, industry is to advance in industry. A lot of time is to devolve in spirit, and so it's more than. This is where I get into the real conflicts of interest as one who wears many hats. What's the most important hat, and what hat is in service? What hats are in service to that hat? So as an artist, I could be a producer. I could be a promoter. I could be a lot of things, but it's all in service to me as an artist. So, if me as an artist is the most important hat, I'm not going to try to advance as a producer to the detriment of me as an artist, because me as the artists, we was the artists, you feel me? And the whole reason we was producers was because we was trying to be artists, because we the artists, you know what I mean? We was just trying to be artists, and we had to produce so that we could get our art off. You know what I mean? And we had to promote so that they saw what we produced and for the artistry. And so it's good and bad business, but it's your business. You know what I'm saying? Because some good and bad is a judgment. What's good to some might be bad to others. What's good in the moment, in the long run, might not be a good thing. Got my who hat, my brother Mosky in here. I was wondering if he just slid through and accidentally tapped the joint, or if he really watching it. Tammy T love, shouts out to Tammy T. But the journey, Oh, I see what he's saying. I was wearing my mogul. He said I was wearing my mogul hat. He used the name of of one of the, I can't say the name because that's definitely free promo. But if you in the chat, you see what he's saying as an artist. That brother was, that brother was a producer and a promoter. He was less of an artist, but production and promotion was his art. And I know he didn't mean no funny business, but even still, I can't even use the names as examples because that's free promo that I won't perform on this platform. Not on this particular platform. There'll be one day, perhaps, maybe, but today is not that day. And even hypothetically, I can't even entertain the possibility at this moment, But shouts out though. You caught that. My brother caught that. He understand that the hats, juggling these roles. You got to decide what's the most important role. And as an artist, the most important role is the artistry. And really the only reason I picked up other hats is so that I could exist as an artist without, there was a vacancy. There was a vacancy. Nobody was wearing these hats. And so I say, okay, well, let me put this hat on. And then anybody else who would assume these roles for me is not for me, it's for them. And so there might be some levels and layers of exploitation. And so rather than experience that, I say, hey, man, I'll develop these skills in service to my artistry. I can do that all day, and I'd rather do it all day than any other scenario to where the spot is left vacant or the person filling the spot was somebody that wasn't really for my greater benefit. That's somebody, that's somebody either looking to exploit me or advance at my detriment or maybe not even that malicious. It could be something just benign as somebody trying to make a buck and lose sight of the goal of my artistry. And so, it's definitely a dance. Shouts out Bodacious Thing coming through. Definitely a dance to maneuvering and wearing and balancing many roles for yourself. Taking on many roles, for yourself is definitely been important for me doing that to identify what the most important role is. And if the most important role is artist, okay. All right. Well, somebody piecing out the respiratory joint is whooping them, and we pray you get well. We're gonna send the positive. Vibrations and frequencies in your direction to one feisty female, so you can overcome them RSVs. Shibu. You know what I mean? We gonna throw the vibration because I know that the respiratory is whew, you gotta respire. We gotta respire. Shouts out Colin O'Reilly. And thank you for coming through. But yeah, this is the policy chat. This is what I'm gonna start calling these. Anytime I come through, I'm gonna right off top remind the policies. I don't entertain hypotheticals. I don't do free promo, and I don't talk numbers. Now, the exceptions. What exception will I entertain hypotheticals? When we talking about possibilities. Now, when we talk about possibilities and what we trying to do, what we finna do, a lot of it lends itself to hypotheticals. Certain ifs kind of got to exist. But if we creating our reality and we already rooted in reality. And so now we dealing with the future. The future is hypothetical. However, if it's a possibility for us to get there, that's worth entertaining. You know what I mean? You like that policy chat. They like that show. And Colin said it's the new TV show right here. It's a new series, the policy TV. You know what I mean? Policy TV. So let me only entertain hypotheticals. These are the exceptions that make the rules. Entertaining hypotheticals only when it comes to shaping our future reality. because that's not rooted. That's not rooted in the multiverse. It's not out there, creating hypothetical scenarios. It's closing the gap between what could be and what is. So that's a little bit of manifestation. That's a little bit of alchemy. That's a little bit of design. A little bit of design. And so only in scenarios where we're creating the future that we want to see is it worth entertaining hypotheticals. Free promo. I don't perform free promo, but I can't really speak to the scenarios in which I would perform free promo because it's too hypothetical, and it's not a future that I want to create to where I'm entertaining free promo. Now I will do cross promo, which don't cost nothing, but the promotion is cyclical and is mutual. So I could do mutual promo, I could do cross promo, which is technically not free promo, but it's close enough to where I got to put an asterisk on the promotions. It don't cost anybody nothing. And back to my earlier point is if we in business and I promote you and I tag the business that you did, the work that you did, and you don't tag that work again, or you don't share that work again, I'm not promoting that no more. We can't do free promo. We can't perform free promo on one side. We could do cross promo, we can do mutual promo, or we could do business. But the free promo, the lopsided, one-sided, is corrosive. It does more harm than good because it's energy wasted that's not coming back. It's energy expenditure on more than one front. So that's why I implemented that no free promo policy. No free promo policy. I've done national commercials, right? I've done national commercials, and every product that I've appeared in the commercial for, I never fucked with, I would mention some, but the check is already cleared. And so anything beyond the work that I already did would constitute as free promo. But if you've ever seen me in a national advertisement, you probably have an example of me appearing in a commercial. I don't tap in with them products. I never did, it wasn't nothing in spirit. I never got around to it. But to hear from others, they have supported those products on the sole purpose that them products put me in the commercial. So that's even recognizing the power of my participation in any kind of promo, be it paid or free. So if they paying me to do something and my people linking up with that product just because they see me in it, that lets me know there's value in that. And beyond the value that they had, there's value beyond, there's value beyond what I've identified and what they've paid for, And so that clues me in to the value that I'm bringing to any promotional exchange. A digital assistant. I never fool with this digital assistant. But the homies used the digital assistant because they saw me in the advertisement for the digital assistant. And listen how I talk about the digital assistant. I'm not gonna say the digital assistant or the digital assistant that I prefer, because one did what they did and it was over and it was done, and then me, that the one that I use, they're not doing nothing. So anyways, that's that policy. No free promo. We do cross promo, we do mutual promo, and paid promotions, and numbers. I don't talk little, but the exception to me talking numbers is if we in business. Yeah. Buy Tina Roses. Yeah, exactly. was something chopped and screwed. I don't know. It's probably something on your end. It could be something with my connection. It could be something with the delivery getting out to you. But yeah, not talking numbers. I'm not talking numbers on no level because, unless we in business. If we in business, you almost deserve them numbers, or I should show them numbers, or we should negotiate those numbers if we in business or in potential business, or in talks to be in business. That's the only reason we ought to be talking numbers. Anything beyond that is telling you my specific business that it really has no value to you. And I mean all numbers, I can't speak. My brother Mosky, man, he came through with the Larry June ad lib numbers. Yeah. Other than the Larry June ad lib, I'm not talking numbers, But like I said, the exception though is if we in business, I probably would need to show you some numbers to let you know, not even what we could do, just what was done already, which, might create the pathways to, the reality that we want to experience. But beyond that, the layman, the lay person or the average person you come across, you're not doing business with them. Them numbers it's gonna weigh them down. And they get to calculating shit. Ain't even got the full equation, Somebody asked me how tall I was. I told them I don't talk numbers. Jealousy. Well, I don't know. What context is jealousy enter the equation? Grow to growth left a comment that said jealousy. I'm not exactly certain how it fits in to these policies, but it's worth examining where jealousy. Oh yeah. Talking numbers and then among mixed company or company you're not in business with might create some jealousy. It might, talking numbers might bring jealousy. It might bring envy. And then there's other numbers. There's other numbers that people don't even have. There's other numbers that contributed to the numbers that people don't see. You had X amount of seats, but you spent X amount of hours and X amount of dollars on XYZ promotions. You know what I mean? Big alert. Big Al Art says, ask him his name and see what happens. All right. I don't really understand that comment. I'll tell you we don't understand that one. You're going to have to elaborate, unpack that one a little bit. Try and ask him my name and see what happens. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. I mean, Anyi Malik is my name. But damn, yeah, I don't really, we gonna move on from that one. So I share my policies. I share the exceptions to the policies, and now I'm gonna open the floor for questions, stories. On the last live that I did, I shared a scenario that was just littered with free promo. It was just littered with free promo. Not littered with numbers, but it was definitely some hypotheticals in there. And so that was a good lesson for me, how not to proceed as much as I did to avoid breaking policy. That last live that I did where I'm wearing the marathon drinking out of the green cup, which even had some promotional stuff on it that I was just kind of haphazardly going live. But yeah, this is where I want to open up for questions, comments, or anything that won't put me at risk of violating my policies. Or share some policies that you have. I think I got some other policies, but those are the three that I'm identify. Those are that's the set. I'm sorry, I apologize. But that's not numbers. I could talk one number, but I can't talk a bunch of numbers. Maybe, I don't know. That's how I catch myself slipping. So that's that number of policies. This is my initial set. This is my primary set of policies. Those policies there. Family says most questions will be numbers or how to or hypotheticals. We'll ask, and then we can answer. We can answer right up into the point where it breaks policy. So if you got any kind of questions, definitely ask them. And then I'll answer them to the best of my ability without breaking policy. And it's a good exercise for me. The question is, what's your name? He's trying to see what happened. Well, he didn't say, he said, try to ask. So if you're trying to ask, I don't know, you're not asking. But homie just flat out asked. And I don't even think that brother here no more. He just dropped his little comment and dipped. When was my first paying gig? My first paying gig was at Stanford College, and it was for a one figure amount. It was for one figure. Oh, I can talk vague numbers. That's the number. That's the numbers exception is where I can talk ballpark and I can talk figures without being specific, because sometimes you gotta, sometimes the figures, it's not telling you anything. Is when I say one figure, that's more letters than numbers. And so I could, as long as I'm giving you more letters than numbers, I think that's a good gauge of how to navigate. I can't tell you what year. I can't tell you what numbered year it was. I can't tell you what numbered year it was. I don't think it was the year that I started, but it was somewhere within that time frame. Very, very early on. Very, very early on. Okay. Cali Mommy 415. Heather shouts out from the 415 out here. Blessings. But yeah, it was an amount that was very small, which was, deservedly so. I still have that check. I still have the check from that because it was kind of monumentous for me. Okay. You asked my name as a cold opening. I asked your name as a cold opening in Oakland, and we had an interesting interaction. Oh, you asked my name from the stage. You didn't gather that information first. See, now you speaking. Now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere. He asked my name as a cold opening in Oakland, and we had an interesting interaction because you did not know my name, introducing me. That makes sense now. This is, and I don't exactly remember what happened because I did not commit it to memory. We got that one on up out of there with the gas. We used the za to cleanse ourselves of that experience, but it still lingers. Shouts out to Alicia Tan, writing from somewhere across the pond. You visiting from overseas somewhere right now. Shouts out to you. Do I write everything down? Nah, I don't write everything down. I do document a lot. That's not written. My preferred method of capturing things is to record it. And then it's written in your soul. It's written in the DNA of your bones. It's written like through the vibrations throughout your ribs. That's where it's written more than in paper. A lot of times writing stuff down on paper does the same thing. But when it's such a verbal and performative art form, I think writing stuff down on paper, when you go to perform, it can take you out of the moment and put you into the mental teleprompter of you trying to remember what you wrote down instead of, writing what you said. So I never wrote these policies down before I implemented them. I said them a bunch of times and then they became law, They became kind of a law, essentially, for me. And so I don't write everything down. Yeah, bro asked my name as a cold opening, and then I was, it was interesting. Remind them in the chat what happened, so I can tell the story from your perspective. I'd rather remember it from your perspective than mine, and then we can fill in the gaps. I can give me your perspective, and then I'll give you my perspective, and then there's and this is a number, but this is philosophical. But there's three sides to every coin. Literally, there's three sides to every coin. They say there's only two sides to every coin, but they forget about the third the ridged side or the smooth side, depending on what kind of coin it is. But it's a cylinder or some geometrical shape. A coin is a geometrical shape, and it's got more than two sides to it. And so I'm sure Big Al Art is over there typing up the retelling of those events in Oakland. I look forward to seeing that. And then those who just joined, I'll reiterate. And for those who've been here, I'll hammer in the policies. Hammer in the policies of no hypotheticals. I do not entertain hypothetical scenarios. I will not entertain hypothetical scenarios. I do not perform and will not perform free promotions. And then I don't talk numbers. Family was sitting in front of me at the Copper Spoon. Rest in peace to the Copper Spoon. He knew I was a comic. He turned around and asked my name. I do vaguely remember this now. I think somebody had just said my name. Yeah. I think somebody had just said my name, and then he had asked my name. And then, yeah, I was probably tight about the redundancy of experiencing redundancies. I try to keep things efficient. And so there was probably a moment where my name was mentioned, and I was less than excited to come through with a reintroduction or a retelling of that. Am I coming to DC? Am I coming through DC again? There are no plans on my calendar. I think you leaving some stuff about the story. You said, then I said, that's not how it's supposed to go down. I think there's more context that might be missing from this recounting of events, but it's all making sense to me how we got into the identification that asking me my name would result in some sort of friction. Am I coming to DC? You coming through to DC again? So I like how you phrase that with no punctuation, because it's not a question, and I wouldn't be forced to provide a hypothetical scenario. He told me I'm coming through. He manifested me out there in the DC area. I have no plans on my calendar. However, I am accepting all gigs right now and looking to put some things together in places including but not limited to the DC DMV area. Yeah. But so that was a good, man. I almost was in peril of entertaining hypothetical scenarios. I like DC. Today in your live, my thoughts go to slave mentality as a survival tool, because everyone can't know how we move and what our intellect is without an element of danger. I think you're so awesome is the first time I'm hearing your perspective outside of your comedy, which is phenomenal for the record. She wrote Chef's Kiss, but I wanted to add the for effect. Slave mentality as a survival tool. It's possible. I can't really break it down on a psychological level. I just know from experience, I implemented these policies because whenever I entertain hypotheticals, talk numbers, or perform free promotions, energetically, my energetically, I deteriorate. I'm wasted, and there might be some peril. There might be some peril. I could be, I could be at peril from outside forces, but that's, you know, that's you almost run that risk regardless. And so, we definitely have survival. We have refined survival techniques. I mean, we survived. We made it, and some thrived. But even the thriving comes at a detriment, I've noticed, to the spiritual survival. And so to thrive sometimes means to destroy yourself sometimes, or I've observed, and I appreciate Ayana, you dropping that the affirmations and the shout out and the love for, my perspective and comedy. Y'all get y'all share on, man. My stuff is not going hard as it should be, but I appreciate where we at right now. Or it's not going as hard as it ought to. I see the landscape. I see what constitutes as successful. And, when I line mine up with theirs, when I line mine up with what is, there's a gap that I would like to close. I would like to close the gaps on where the quality and thought that I put into things and the results that others experience. And like I say, I don't know the numbers that they dealing with, and nor do I care to. I just know what the end result is not lining up with the others' end results and the results of their end results. So yeah, I appreciate that. But let's go above and beyond the shout out and then shout it up. Shout it up. Check out Bipped. This was a personal experience I turned into comedy that I happened to capture, or that happened to be captured. Look, by a cameraman who does not share when they are tagged. And so they will remain, not acknowledged. And it had several opportunities to share what was, but that was a live and learn part of, after identifying the free promo that I was performing, or when to cease. Once I identified the policy that we're not doing no free promo, it was like, okay, now what other areas? It's not just wearing name brand logos, and dealing with all of that. But sometimes it's interpersonal stuff where it's like, free promo. You would love to see this as a podcast, because I've always been insightful and genuine dopeness, or genuine exclamation dopeness. Thank you, Mac Jenny. I appreciate it. Podcasting, man. I was podcasting, man, in 2003, and I know that's a number. Well, it wasn't reciprocity first. Okay, it wasn't reciprocity first, and then it was paid. And that was it was paid first. Musa, who is Musa? I don't know you. I can't go live with you unless you're a follower of mine. I can't go live. I can't go live with you. I can't. I cannot. I will not. I will not go live with you. Let me deny this request. Yeah, no, I will not accept this request. But yeah, I was podding before podding became. I was done with that before that became a thing. And really, we should call it something else. I'm for sure all about recreating and reclaiming certain things. It's not a podcast. This is a broadcast. Okay. But yeah, it might be something worth implementing some programming to where I talk about my policies and then allow others to share their policies. And then we can share our adventures in policy implementation. the advancements and shortcomings that we experience by implementing and standing firm in policies. Musa says, how are you doing today? I hope you are fine. I'm doing very well, and I appreciate that. Policy check. You know what I'm saying? Get that policy check. Yeah, and that's just good insurance. You know, they got to insure. I'm okay. Family keep trying to request. He trying to go live with me a bunch. I'm not going live, and then, you know, you keep asking. I got to get you on up out of here, family. All right, we gonna clean it up. We got to clean it up. You got to dip. Bro came late to the conversation and wanna slide through. I cannot accommodate. And somehow the algorithm is still serving me these requests. And so there's something going on with, because I know this individual is no longer in the chat. So it doesn't make sense that these requests would still be coming through. That's something that the algorithm or the program got to work with. I'm sure they got a lot of bugging and debugging. So I appreciate what they've done thus far on the platform. But yeah, a lot of times they would try to bot jack, or just come on and prank. They be prank calling. They prank calling the lives. I'm not really for that. It's just too much going on. There are others that will allow that, and so I invite those who wish to prank. I invite them to find those that are willing to participate in the prank, in the prank elements of live streaming. But I'm not one of those people. So bot jacks, you know. Yeah, it's a real thing. I think the last time I went live and allowed somebody to split screen that I didn't really know, they came right on in with some nonsense and had to get right on up out of there. And we learned from that. And it was great. It was a great learning curve, you know, and I appreciated that. Is family still up in here? How is that possible? I'm not certain, but let's see. Let me see something real quick. We gotta block bro. Bro gonna be up out of here. Okay. Because I kept getting notifications despite having removed this individual from this particular broadcast, but I was still getting notifications, and I don't think this is a real person, or I don't think it's a real someone with human intentions, and so it might be a real person operating a robot, but they're not operating under the pretense of humanity, or at least not relevant to the discussion that I've brought forth, you know, and that discussion being these policies. And so, yeah, I guess that would be the program. Glenn, that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Okay, peace and love. First time here. Love from Oakland. I appreciate you. Is that culture? I had to sound it out, and I see what you're doing. That culture. It's got culture coloring works. I appreciate the comments. The numbers at the end are an indication that it's yeah. And we're not going to talk the numbers. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's a lot of numbers after Musa. I said Musa, but it's like Musa and then several figures, several numerical characters that follow. Several numerical characters, too. That's a lot of numerical characters. Now that my brother Glenn done pointed it out, I wish I had a check that looked like that. Okay, Larbios. Shouts out to Larbios. She doing her thing. Wherever she doing it at, y'all definitely want to check out her page. Culture Coloring Works Incorporated. I appreciate you sliding through. Those of y'all that just joined me, this is Policy Chat. Anytime you see me going live, I'm probably going to hammer in these policies of I don't entertain hypothetical scenarios, I don't perform free promo, and I don't talk numbers as a policy. Okay, now which policy is the most important? I haven't ranked them in most to least importance, but these are the policies. I won't entertain hypothetical scenarios. I don't talk numbers, and I don't do free promo. Given those parameters, I definitely invite people to leave questions and comments so that we can cultivate discussion. Talking numbers and biting. As soon as I start talking numbers, here come the bots come. I said the exact number. If hypothetically I was to say 7,800, 927 sticks, here come Moose of 30,000 with the same number. Yeah. I can't do the numbers. Well, that's, breaking these policies has invited a lot of just unwanted and unwarranted energies that, adhering to the policy keeps conversations and dynamics rooted in reality and growth. You know what I'm saying? So please, if it's any, if y'all on TikTok, go on over there to TikTok because they playing with my numbers. Somebody was on there and said they viewed one of my videos on repeat so many times because it was so funny. But then I looked at the numbers and the numbers had not moved. And I said, hey, man, somebody lying. And I don't think it was my peoples that would come through with the comment to pop out with a lie. I would definitely believe it's more along the lines of reality that the algorithm was pencil whipping me, playing with my numbers. But I can't get into specifics of that. But check me out on the Clock app, TikTok. If you ain't subscribed to me on YouTube, please go on over there and do that. And then throw some questions out. Throw some questions or comments out like y'all been doing. If you on here, let's see something. Let me see something. Oh, it's okay. Who in here right now? Okay, then pencil whipping shows age. Nah. I would tell my age, but I ain't talking numbers. Okay, we don't talk numbers. Pencil whipping shows. Well, pencil whipping, it's a Domino's term with somebody cheating. somebody playing with the scoreboard. Somebody pencil whipping me. Pencil whipping. That is some old black folks. Some old black folks communications. We talking about pencil whipping. I hope y'all having a happy holiday or holiday season. Last year I got Christmas banged on. My brother Mosky was there for that. 55th years old. Nah, my brother Mosky, you was there when I got Christmas banged on, though. Some dude banged on me for the holiday. I try to hit him with the happy holidays. This is art behind me. The Bakersfield show was fire. Shouts out Ragtag. Look at Ragtag 555. Look at as soon as we start talking about some 55, here come the numbers. See? I sound like an old geezer. See? This is why I don't talk numbers. Shouts out Haley Donovan. Sliding through. This is the policy chat. This is the policies that I done implemented. Unnecessary holiday aggression, man. We was in the CVS. Me and my brother Mosky was where the hell we was in San Ramon in a CVS parking lot. This guy wishes us a Merry Christmas. I say Happy Holidays because there's several holidays that occur within the season, but it was blessings. It was a blessing, but they came up with the aggression. No, say Merry Christmas. And I was like, family, Happy Saturnalia. No, that's not what I said. It was San Mateo. Nah, it wasn't San Mateo. Was it San Mateo? It was saying somebody that there was no Mateos or Ramones out in this city. Okay. There was no Ramones and no Mateos. But he was banging Christmas. I had never experienced getting war on Christmas. This fool done war on Christmas, me. And so the next time that happens, I'm gonna throw up Saturnalia. I'm gonna say, no, benevolent winter solstice, partner. Yeah, blessed winter solstice. No, winter solstice. Saturday, no. I think it was San Ramon, fam. No, it was San Ramon, fam. Merry Christmas. Yeah, no, but next time somebody Christmas bang on me, I'm throwing up. I'm going to the root. I'm going to the root. We going back to the beginning. Yeah, nah, yeah. Superb Saturnalia to you. Yeah, nah, we not. Yo, may Kronos bless your ass with the in chronology. Yeah. Yeah, Habari Ghani, brother. No. I'm not gonna bang the. I'm not gonna bang the Kwanzaa because then they get into the. I'm gonna go with yours. I'm gonna go to the roots of yours. I'm gonna go to the root of yours. I'm not gonna involve ours. I'm not gonna involve ours to address that aggression because I don't have to. I can keep. And then if we escalate, then I'll get into. I'll even skip. I'll skip ours for the trump card, for lack of a better word. I'll go to the new year. I'll say Happy New Year to your ass, and that's still Chronos. That's still the chronological. You talking about time, and so then now you back on Saturn. Fuck out my face. Fuck out. Come on, man. Got Christmas banged on last year. I told a joke about that at the last endeavor. I told a joke about how I got banged on at the last endeavor that I did, and had the famous comedians come through. They came through after I had made that reference, but they came through Happy Holidays, and I had called back to the Merry Christmas. And to them, I was looking stupid. They was like, "What's wrong with this, brother?" But the audience was there because they was there. They was there the whole time. And then the famous comedians, they arrive when they want to arrive, because that's just how that night played out. And if you want to know more about that night, I refer you to the previous live broadcast. I would hammer down and reiterate those names again, but that's free promo. Our promotional contract has has concluded. Look, so who wanna go live? Send me a request if you want to go live. We can speak, and we can have a real time exchange outside of the chat, outside of the text chat. I want to invite. It's not a lot of us in here, which is good. I want to invite somebody to come through, but they got to send a request. If they send a request, I'm more likely to accept a request from someone who has been here, that at least knows the policies that I've implemented in my personal life. And then, I'm my brother, because he was there. He was there. Gotta love the Bay Area accent saying Kronos. Got the Kronos. And Ordersis. We invented Ordersis and daughters. We invented daughters and Ordersis and waters. You know what I'm saying? Got to be fathers to your daughters and teach them to drink water, and especially if you are Ordersis. We did we did a lot. We did a lot. Um, but yeah, the Bay Area do a lot. The Bay Area does a lot. I'm fortunate to be from there, because because there's so many examples of people where I'm from that have made a name for themselves by bucking industry trends. I mean, and this is not free promo. This is inspirational. This is inspirational promo to La Russell. Brother just hit a million followers on this particular platform, and has been doing his Nipsey Hustle thing. And so being from the Bay, man, I definitely appreciate that's confirmation. And you only really, not only really, but you really see a lot of examples of stuff like that. And it's actually being from the Bay Area and experiencing rappers with their mixtapes at the liquor store and that type of mentality and activity that introduced me to Nipsey Hussle when I first moved to Los Angeles and went to that liquor store down the street from my apartment and saw the CD, Bullets Ain't Got No Names, in the window, and was like, oh shit, independent grinder? What? And so I scooped that up, and it made me feel like I was at home in my apartment. But it's like a LA ganged out dude, but it's like he was using the independent Bluetooth of the independent blueprint strategy that I had been so familiarized just being from the Bay Area. And then I even had the opportunity on a couple of occasions to express my gratitude to that brother for producing the marathon series. It was the marathon, and the marathon continues, and final the victory lap. Ultimately the victory lap. And so yeah, me having the opportunity to see that brother in real life and like thank him for that was tremendous to me, and something that I think back on often. I wish bro was still here, but that's hypothetical, so I can't really entertain that too deeply. But I say all that to say, shouts out to LaRussell, and that's another exception to my free policy rule is, if I've gained inspiration from you, I can promote you a little bit. And it's not free because inspiration is worth more than gold. And so I've been paid heavily, and so I could at least shout out somebody like Nipsey Hussle or LaRussell. But yeah, shouts out to them. I don't know if I'm gonna be on here too much longer. Okay, the battery then dipped below a percentage, below an unnamed percentage. Because if I say what exact number my battery number is at, here come Musa, number that 1,000, number that million. And there ain't none of y'all sent no invites, so everybody they in places they can't talk right now, which is I appreciate and accept that. And so, yeah, this the policy chat. I appreciate y'all joining me. I'm gonna be hammering these policies. In the days, weeks, months to come. And if you want to split the screen, tap in with me, and we'll schedule it. This ain't a podcast, man. This is just me going live and reiterating my policies. It's fun to talk vaguely sometimes, and not, it's once you get into the implementation policy, shit is very fun. And bruh say it's highly entertaining and informative as usual. Thank you. And they sending me shouts. They sending me up. They say, I said bye for real. Don't say bye and start talking some more. Okay. Point taken. They said, don't say bye and keep talking, bro. Have an amazing day. No. Blessings, brother. Blessings. But yeah, if you want to split screen in the future, talk about your policies. If you got some policies that you felt have enriched your life, I would love to hear them. I might adopt some. Yeah, we out here giving several goodbyes. Nah, don't act like you signing off and then start opening up new chapters. Nah, man, don't. I hate that when I be at a party and somebody say bye, and then you see them 5 minutes later and they try to say bye again. I'm like, no, you only get one goodbye, family. The wrap it up music. Well, no, don't wrap me up. Well, let's not get carried away with the wrap it up music, because that's not proper. We can't do that now. This is my forum. I'll slow fade away, at my discretion. Let's not do that now. I appreciate y'all on wishing me a benevolent farewell, but listen. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being entertained and informed. If you want to talk more policy, talk your policy, let's schedule it. I know you plan. I know my folks out here. We humorous. I got you. It's no hard feelings whatsoever. I look forward to rejoining y'all in the future. for the culture. I had a crazy thought though. Uh, um, it was weird. It was hip hop. Hip hop is culture, and rap is social engineering. And I'm gonna leave y'all on that culture tip. You know, hip hop. Shouts out Doug Bass uh, coming through at the end. You can watch the recap. But yeah, I'm gonna leave with that thought of hip hop being a culture and rap being social engineering. I had that I had that thought earlier today. Culture Coloring Works Incorporated reminded me of this, and I'm gonna leave that with y'all to meditate on as I sign off for real this time. All right, y'all. Peace.